Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel for another tips and tricks video for Football Manager. In today's video, what I'm going to be covering is a massively overlooked part of Football Manager, and that is getting the correct staff at your club. I'm going to break down what I've got in a save of mine at the moment and show you what's good and what's bad at a current club. I'm also going to dive into two different tiers of club as well. I'm going to take a club in the National League South and in the Premier League and show you what can be done out there to make the staffing levels better. So without any further ado, let's get into today's video. So then guys, we are in game right now. We are with Hertha Berlin, which is my Twitch save. We are doing a Glory Hunter save, a Dr. Benji style Glory Hunter save. We started in Germany. We're in our second season right now. I am streaming this on a Tuesday and a Thursday evening at 7 PM UK. So make sure you come over to Twitch if you want to see that. Twitch.tv/Hood Gaming UK. This is the save. This is what we're doing. But the main reason we're here is to take a look at the staffing levels at this club. So if I go over to staff, this is kind of what I try to achieve in every club that I'm at. I want us to be the best in every element as possible, basically. So as you can see here, in terms of our coaching team, we have the best in every single category in the division. We are the best club for coaching in the Bundesliga. That also goes for the recruitment team as well, but I'm not going to cover that at all today. And also the medical staff, I also try and get. Basically, if all of this is yellow, I'm happy. If it's not yellow, I'm not happy. So the fact that we don't necessarily have the best sports science in the division, as you can see here, is Bayern Munich currently, but our sports science is above the average. Obviously, I like to try and make things as good as possible, and I'm in an okay position with this. Obviously, we are the best in the Bundesliga. However, things are not as good as they seem. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to run through all the coaches that I've got and point out who's good and who's bad. But what I am going to do is say this is not the be-all and end-all screen. So if you go over to your training, this is another section that people usually discount or don't necessarily prioritize, but this is where you need to go, guys. So you go into your training section, you go into your coaches. Now, this is the apex for me, taking a look at all of these individual sections, right, and showing you how good your levels of staffing are in terms of coaching these elements. So obviously you've got defending broken down into technical and tactical, same with possession, same with attacking. Goalkeeping is broken down into shot stopping and handling and distribution. Then you've got fitness is done into strength and quickness. Now, if you can take a look at this save that I've got for Hertha Berlin, we've got a 5-star coach here for quickness, which is Oliver Bartlett. He is great. He's got all of the attributes that make him a very good fitness coach. As you can see, he is 5 stars. Whereas as you can see here, attacking technical, it's led by me, which is really bad, isn't it? We're only 3 stars. It's probably because I'm split across a couple of different things. But my aim, especially at a top level elite club, would be to have 5 stars in all of these. I want the best staff. I want, if we're trying to teach an attacker to do something technical, like play shots, for instance, I want him to be able to do that. I want him to have the best opportunity of being able to learn that trait. That's why I'm being spread across 4 things here. This is ridiculous. No wonder I'm down to 4 stars. Anyway, so what you can do, guys, is once you've got all your coaches appointed, go into your edit your coaches assignments. And as you can see, this is how I've got mine set up here. So let's start from left to right. So we've got goalkeeping first. We've got shot stopping and handling. I've got Joel Batz here. As you can see, he's pretty good. French goalkeeping coach, currently coming in at a 4.5 stars for shot stopping. I've also got Christophe Dohan here. Again, another very good goalkeeping coach. He comes in at 4.5 stars for handling. Then to balance the load, I've got another goalkeeping coach, Silvino Loro here, who splits across both of these to sort of make the workload average. I will say also, feeding into this, if you've got under 23s teams, those coaches fit in here as well, so they all sort of adapt and make good your starting 11 and stuff like that. So then I'm going to go all the way over to the other side now. I've done the same with fitness. As you can see, I've got Oliver Bartlett here. He is my 5-star. I've also got Ishmael Fernandez, who is pretty good. Can I switch him over? Yes, I can. Okay, so there, I switched him over. And now I have 4.5 stars for strength and 5 stars for quickness. So in terms of fitness training, we should have one of the best, if not the fittest squad in the Bundesliga, which is what we are trying to achieve. And obviously you've got all the ones in the middle. You've got the defending, attacking and possession on tactical and technical. As you can see, I'm currently spread across 4 at the moment. My assistant manager is just doing the defending and technical. Actually, I'm going to take... It makes us better in the area, but I always try and have the workloads at the very least at average. But yeah, so this is what I always try and achieve, guys. I always try and make sure that everyone has a good balance. The star levels are as high as possible, and the workloads are no higher than average. So for instance, if I took this guy off of here and that off of there, let's try and make a workload heavy. As you can see, so this one coach is just doing it on his own now in the goalkeeping section. You can see this training load is very heavy, which will not help the levels that we are trying to achieve in our coaching. And as you can see, pop Christoph back on it and it goes back up to average. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go into 2 different clubs. As I said, I'm going to go into one in the National League South and one in the Premier League, show you what their setup is at the start of the game and show you how much you can improve it just by spending a little bit of time investing in your staff. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. So then, guys, starting things off, we will start with the National League South team. We are currently the manager at Hungerford, and as you can see, these levels are pretty poor all across the board, especially considering they've got a lot of the people, a lot of the roles already accounted for. So as you can see, in terms of the National League South, they're not the best in any category. The fitness is the worst within the league, which is not good at all. And obviously, as you can see, some of these attributes with it, we're just going to focus on the coaching today. Some of these attributes need to be worked on. So what we can do here is you can take a look at the assistant manager. Is this assistant manager very, very good? No, I'd probably terminate his contract. Head of youth development doesn't really play a role in this either. But he's actually okay, especially with the 20 working for youngsters. Also gave us a scouting knowledge of Jamaica. We've also got this guy here, Fryer. What the game will do if you don't have coaches or they don't necessarily have the information for the professional coaches at your club, they will populate it with new gens, as you can see here. But this is a fitness coach with 1 for fitness. As you can see, it's the worst in the league. It's absolutely atrocious. Terminate his contract. Get out of there. We've got another coach here, goalkeeping coach, 6s all across the board. It's actually not the worst for National League South level. He is currently wanted by Dartford, so that's the division above. He's actually quite a decent goalkeeping coach. I don't know whether I'm going to keep hold of him or not. Only time will tell. We've got a performance analyst, but we don't have a head of performance analysis. He's got 3s across for both of these. Probably not worth keeping. You could probably get a slightly better person in these positions. As you can see, guys, take a note of the levels that you can see here. I will go away once I've shown you the other club that we're going to take a look at, and I'll come back and I would have shown you how much I've rebuilt this level of staff. But first of all, let's get into our Premier League club that we are going to take a look at. So then, guys, the direct comparison is going to be Manchester City in the Premier League. Obviously, you would expect them to have one of, if not the best levels of staff in the Premier League, given the size of the club. However, that's not the case. They're doing pretty well, but they are only the highest in one category here, which is man management. They've got loads of staff slots open. We can hire 2 more coaches, 1 more performance analyst. So there's definitely a lot of work that can be done here. But I will also say that the under-23 staff here, they're doing okay, the under-23 staff, but they also feed into this training picture as well. Looking at this, they've got good coaches. The best coach is probably me or this guy here, Lorenzo, the fitness coach. He looks exceptional, actually. he'll keep his job for sure. But someone like this, this goalkeeping coach, not necessarily the level that you would expect for Manchester City. He's leading that, and he's an under-23s coach. Not on my watch. We will go in and we will decimate Man City's staffing levels, I'm absolutely sure, and hopefully we can come out on top in some more of these categories. What I will say though, guys, make sure you do keep an eye on the under-23 staff, especially if you're a lower league manager and you have an under-23s team. Even just appointing an under-23s manager, an under-23s assistant manager, if you can get an assistant, if you can get a manager, an assistant manager, and a coach in your under-23s team at a lower league level, you're setting yourself up for so much success in terms of your staffing levels at your club. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go away. I'm going to improve both of these clubs, both Manchester City and Hungerford, and I'm going to show you the levels and what I've done after that. I'll be back in just a few seconds. So, guys, we are back at Hungerford, and as you can see, things have changed slightly. The main one that I am most happy with, obviously, being in the National League South, fitness is a key thing. If your team is fitter than the opposition, you will have a better chance of winning the game. End of discussion, regardless of quality and ability levels. If your team can get up and down the field more better, that's not good English, Steve, better than the opposition, you will put yourselves in a very, very good position to advance. So as you can see, I've taken us from, in the fitness category, from the worst in the division. We are now the best in the division, which is something that I am very happy with. I've also tidied up the medical staff and the recruitment team. I just couldn't help it. But what I will do is I'll go through and show you what I did. Obviously the assistant manager we took a look at, I got rid of him, brought in this guy here. He's solid, but not spectacular. Head of youth development, did I change him? I did not. It stayed as the Jamaican. Then head performance analyst in, he's got an 8 for analyzing data and a 6 for tactical knowledge. He's done very well there. Head of performance analysis, we've done the 2 coaches. I brought in a fitness coach in Mark Lindsay. This guy's a free agent at the start of the game, so if you are looking for a lower league save, make sure you go and pick this guy up. He looks very good. And then I've also brought in a different goalkeeping coach. Even though we were decent in the goalkeeping categories, I thought UC Jaskalainen was too good to turn down for this club. Basically, I think he's a very good goalkeeper. I liked him when he was a goalkeeper, so I've brought him in. In terms of the under-23s, we've got 1 coach and 1 manager, so I've appointed a manager. That is Jamie Collins. Relatively average across the board. It's kind of what I was looking for an under-21 under-23s manager. And then the coach, I believe, is Steve Sidwell. It is, again, relatively average across the board. Nothing spectacular, but nothing appalling either, and there's a lot worse out there. So if you go into our training section, go into our coaches, as you can see, we're not the best. We're not. I'm going to hold my hands up. We're not the best. Obviously, compared to what you would have seen at Hertha Berlin, we're not the best. But as you can see, minimum 1 star for absolutely everything. Top end is 2 stars with Mark Lindsay topping out the fitness. He's doing very, very well for us with the 2 stars. We've got 2 stars elsewhere, but obviously this is all about improving. I change staff setups each and every season. When a better member of staff comes available or your reputation increases so that you are able to bring in a higher level caliber of staff, do it. I do it every single season. It takes a lot of time, but ultimately I think it does pay off. The main way I've been able to find this staff in setup is go into the staff here, go into staff search, and now this is where the magic happens. I use the custom views from Passion for FM. I'll leave a card to this video. I've done a video explaining how to get them, how to install them. I use their staff search filter. It is amazing. It will show you more when we go into the Man City section, but what you can do here is you can say, I've just filter. This is everybody who I could appoint, right? Free agents or whatever, and you can sort them all by their rating. As you can see, Danny Hartley here is a very, very good director of football. He's currently much, much better than my director of football, so we could look at appointing him. Same as this guy McCall here, head of youth development. This is potentially one of the best heads of youth development in the game for the level, but obviously, as you can see, he's a new gen. He's not going to be there for you, so make sure you do pay attention to whether they're new gens, or Danny Hartley's a new gen as well. Where's a real person? Jake Robinson, here he is, real person. make sure you pay attention to whether the fact that they're real or not, because obviously some of the new gens that you're seeing in this video will not be available in your specific saves, especially by name. Maybe by attributes they may still populate, but you never really know with Football Manager. So I think we've done a very good job in terms of improving Hungerford. Let's see how we got on with Manchester City. So then guys, we are back with Manchester City, and as you can see, yellow all over the place. The two categories in coaching that I'm missing out on are fitness. We are still above average, but Liverpool's fitness coaches are cracked. As you can see, we are the second best in the Premier League for fitness, but Liverpool just by far and away better, and we're second in terms of goalkeeping handling, again only beaten out by Liverpool. Everything else we are top in. Some of the stuff that I've done here, you've got a little bit more flexibility with someone like Man City or an elite level club. You can always ask for more staff, more coaches, more performance analysts, all sorts like that to improve your staffing levels. As you can see, I've also improved the under 23s as well. They've got another coach in there, which also feeds in to what we are trying to achieve. But the best bit about Manchester City, guys, if we go into training and we go onto the coaches, you can see here we've got 5-star in strength, quickness. We've also got 5 stars in defending technical, but that is led by me. And we've also got 4.5 stars in possession technical, defending tactical, attacking technical, and both the goalkeeping, handling, distribution, and shot stop. And as you can see, guys, we have improved absolutely no end. This staffing setup is prime for you guys to be able to go in and develop the best talent humanly imaginable. There are some slight tweaks that I would still like to make. I would like to improve the attacking technical, attacking tactical, and the possession tactical. I'd like them to be a 4.5 star. They're currently a 4-star. It's marginal, but it's just one of those things. Despite having some of the best elements in the league, I want this to be 5 stars all across the board. One thing I will do is I will show you that filter. We go into the staff search again. As you can see here, I've been looking for a fitness coach with at least 18 fitness, but you can clear that, go on OK, and as you can see, pulling in 5-star rated people here, 5-star physio. Not necessarily the best for what we're trying to achieve, but some of these new gens, again, are absolutely cracked out their mind. This guy, again, a very good fitness coach at Schalke. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do, guys. But when you are in here, use this filter, go on new search. If you're looking for an assistant manager, go coaching, assistant manager, filters in all the assistant managers. If you're not really sure what makes a good assistant manager, the game does kind of help you with that. You can go on the pick attribute section, highlight for key role, and just tick assistant manager. This is what the game deems good to be an assistant manager. Depends what level you want to be at, guys. If you're at a lower level, I'd probably ignore these recommendations, to be perfectly honest, and just say, show me the best assistant managers, guys, and then you can go in and be like, okay, this guy, decent assistant manager, not the best, we'll move on, that sort of thing. So guys, I hope I have been able to explain the staffing levels and what I try to achieve when I am at a club to give myself the best chance of success and the best chance of developing talent. Obviously, this goes hand in hand with facilities as well. The better your facilities, the better you are more likely to do. But obviously, I am very aware that when you are in the lower leagues, getting these best facilities is a very, very tough ask. Filling that bank balance enough to improve your youth facilities or improve your training facilities is very, very difficult to do. So I completely understand where you're coming from. This is probably the better way to go. This is something you have a lot more control over. You can change your staff year on year, and hopefully you can keep achieving as much as humanly possible within Football Manager. If you have enjoyed today's video and you have found some of these tips useful, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager content. I'll be live on Twitch this evening at 7 PM with that Hertha Berlin save that I showed you guys at the start of the video. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there.